Hello, 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 guys. Welcome. You can take your seats. It's allowed. So, as usual, my name is Pam. Today, I'm bringing you yet another video. But in today's video, I will not be cooking anything. I'm just going to be doing a review on a stove that I use and the pots that I use. The stove is a Mellerware Induction Cooktop that came as a set with the pots. It was a stove and the pots, so I'm just going to be reviewing that. And also, one other thing that I wanted to say before you start watching the video is that during editing, I realized that there was a point where I was showing you the damage inside the pots, and I realized that it was not really visible. So I will take the pictures of the pots, the inside of the pots, and I'll put the pictures at the end of the videos or somewhere in between, and then you guys can just see the damage as it is, and then you can just make up your mind from there. I hope you like this video. Just subscribe to the channel, comment, like, and share the videos. It helps the channel to grow. I thank you so much for watching. Thank you. Bye. So this is the stuff, guys. It's a 2-plate, as you can see. I like the design. It's sleek. I like black. And when it comes to the weight, it's not too heavy, but it's heavier than your normal 2-plate, your normal hot plate, but it's not really heavy. It's something that you can lift up. Now here, these are the functions. They are the down and up buttons. That's where you change the heat, the heat settings, and also the time, if you want to use the timer. And you have settings for different types of foods that you are making. This one is for soup, milk, deep fry, and stir fry. So I'm saying all these things because I'm not sure whether these labels are showing on camera, because when I checked, I thought they were not showing. So that's why I'm actually telling you what the labels are saying here. And there's the timer there. You can set the time, and there's a lock button. This one, I don't know what it's used for. I don't know what you are locking, because I've never used it. Maybe I should have tried it at least once, but anyway, I don't know. But there's a lock button there, and there's the on and off button. It's the same on the other side as well. So I'm just gonna show you how it works. Oh, before I do that, let me talk about the surface here. This surface, even when you are cooking, it remains very warm. It doesn't really get as hot as the pot that you are cooking with would get. You can still touch, but I wouldn't advise you to do that, because there's a message here. It says caution, hot surface. So of course you are not supposed to touch it, but it doesn't really get extremely hot like how your normal stove would when you are cooking. So yeah, those are the functions and the design. I like the black. The black is good. I like the color. The one thing that I don't like about this design is these gaps that are here where they put in these plates. You see the gaps here. You find that when you are cooking, a lot of food just gets in there, and cleaning this place it becomes a nightmare. You don't even know how to clean it. Now this part here is plastic, and I feel like I don't like that fact, because some time ago, if you can check here, we had put a hot pot and this thing melted, so it left like a scar there. So my stove has a scar, so it left a scar there. But I feel like it should be plastic that cannot melt under hot conditions. Maybe something like this, you know, which even if it's hot, it doesn't melt, because it's melted here. Imagine if you mistakenly put a hot pot here, it means you're gonna have a big scar on the stove, and that is not gonna look good at all. So those are just the few things that I feel like I don't like about the design of the stove. They just get to me a little bit. So now we are going to move on to how it works. Now I'm just gonna plug it in so that you guys can see. So I have to use an extension cord because when I shoot, I have to move this thing to come where I can actually be able to put the camera and focus. So I'm switching it on now. I'm plugging it in. There it is. So when it's on like this, I actually do not like the fact that the moment you on the switch, it comes on like this and it stays on like this. I wanted it to start blinking like this when you switch the on button, but anyway, that's how it's designed. The moment you switch on the power, it starts blinking like that. And now switching it on, you just come to the on button there, and then it will display, I think you saw that it had displayed 2000 there. That is the what can I say, that is the default heat setting, that whenever you switch it on, it's on, so you can adjust it to how you want it. Now it's doing this because there's no pot on the stove. It actually senses if you put a pot on the stove or not, and that fact actually escaped my mind. Let me go get a pot, and I do not want to just put a pot that is empty. I actually want to put water on it because this thing heats very fast. It may bend the pot. Just hold on for me. Let me get the water and the pot. I'm back with the water and the pot. I'm just gonna put the pot on the stove there. Okay, so if you remove a pot from the stove for some time and it doesn't sense a pot for some time, it goes off on its own and then it just displays this. So okay, let me remove the pot and switch it on. As you can see, it's showing an error there, but if I put the pot there, you can see now it senses the pot and it's on 2000. That is the default heat that it uses. So you can change the heat depending on what you are cooking. So if you want to cook on this function, which is deep stir fry, which is the function that I use mostly for most of the things that I cook, you can only go down from here because this is the highest, and then you just press the down arrow button, and then the lowest is 200, sorry, that is the lowest. And then if you want to increase the heat, you just go to the up arrow button, and there is your 2000. So if you feel like the heat that you are using, you are not really, you don't want to use it, or say maybe you are boiling milk, it means you will have to go there and press the milk button there. As you can see, the water is already boiling, so you have to press the milk button, or if you are making soup, you just press there. So like I said, I don't normally use the other functions. I always just use the deep fry function and then just reduce the heat here. So the other functions, I don't really use them. Even when it doesn't matter what I'm cooking, I always just use the deep fry and just increase and reduce the heat as I want it. So I think that is all concerning the buttons there. So you can see if I remove the port there, once it starts sensing that there's no port, it gives an error there. And then when I put the port there, then yes, the water is boiling again. Now I want to show you something else. Okay, let me increase this to 2000. So the downside to this is that it needs special pots that are specially made for induction cooking. That was so terrible for me when I actually realized what I got myself into, that you have to have those special pots. No, the other pots that you have in your house may not work. So let me show you with a hard pot, the stainless steel one. This is one of my old pots. Yes, you can see it's old. So I put it there. Let me just put water just in case. You see, it does not sense the pot, because this pot is not made for this stove. You see what I'm saying when I say it becomes a bit of a problem. So the stove does not sense the pot, because the stove has to attach to the magnet on the stove, has to attach to the pot in order for it to work. So this one, you pack them away if you have these ones and you decide to use an induction cooktop. And the other pot that I want to show you, it's my non-stick pot that I had before. This one I thought it would work. I'm like, these are new models, they will work. So here, let me just put water. Where's my water? You guys, where's my... Oh, it left with the hard pot. I'm sorry, let me get it. Okay. But anyway, I'm just putting this for, I don't know, because it's not going to sense this pot. You see, it doesn't sense. It's still saying, and in actual fact, it's switched off because it doesn't. You see, it's switched off because it doesn't sense the saucepan that I put there. So that's down, because now once you get this stove, it means you're going to have to get the special type of pots that work with the induction cooktop, which could be very expensive. Yes, I actually found that out after I got the cooktop and tried to cook with these other pots of mine that I used to have, and it didn't work. So yeah, that's it concerning how it works. So I bought this cooktop on Take-A-Lot. Guys, be aware that this video is not sponsored. I'm just showing you the stuff that I use, and I have to tell you where I got it. So when I got this stove, it was a set. It came with the induction cook pots and the stove. So they give you a set of pots. So is this 24 centimeter pot, and you also have the 20 centimeter, and you also have the 18 centimeter, and you also have the 14 centimeter. And you can see the bottom of the pot, it shows that it does write electric, induction and gas, and it has those designs that are the same with the stove. So from there are some saucepans that came with the stove. I think I'm missing one saucepan, I think, or rather, is this it? Because I can't see it anywhere. So these are the saucepans that came. So these are the pots that came with the induction cook pot. Now I'm going to talk about the pots. I was so disappointed when I started using the pots, because the quality of the pots, for me, I felt it was not good enough. Because as you can see, there are already, you can see that there are marks in there where what is this, where the non-stick is coming out. And as for this one, there is someone in my house who decided to put a screw pot in there, and they just ruined the pot. Now it's useless, we can't even use it. And the reason they used the screw pot on it is because there were some things that were bent and stuck on the surface of the pot, and they could not remove it, and they decided to use the screw pot. Now the quality of the pots, this one is still fine because it's not a pot that we use a lot. I mean, it's too tiny, we don't really use it. At editing, I realized that I did not show you guys how to use the timer. So you just go to the button there that says timer. If you want, on the up arrow key, that's where you put the time up. If you want to put it down, that's 30 minutes, and then you just, it will say 29, 28, 24 until you get the time that you want.